Hey guys, welcome to part 2. So, we're talking about breakups and why breakups are hard. So, the first one, we have emotional attachment. Your brain is wired to miss the bond even if it was painful. And I can speak, I can say that's true. I was definitely attached. That's why I did leave, because I thought I don't deserve anything more than that. Even though I didn't even feel heard. No emotional intelligence whatsoever. He was afraid to feel anything, like anger, sadness, anything. He was just like, no. And I'm not like that. I love deep talks. I love talking about stuff, trauma. I love that. But he wasn't, and this was just like something that I should have just noticed before and left. Oh, and communication issues, like bad, like terrible. And I remember I was talking to one of my friends, and I kept apologizing after every word, and he was like, why are you apologizing so much? And I was like, oh, am I? I'm sorry, I didn't even notice. He was like, no, that's not okay. Why are you apologizing so much? And it started clicking that I was apologizing about everything that I say. Because he was a fucking ass pussy and he was crying about everything. Unfinished emotions. You may want closure, clarity to prove something to them or yourself. I think I already had that when he sent this long ass paragraph, talking about how bad of a person I am. Mind you, he was supposed to propose to me around this time. So I was like, wow, so I did the right thing. Because you don't just switch up on a person like that. A person you loved? Even though, okay, what if I did hurt you? You don't do that. You left me at some point. Or you didn't. Because you, and then he okay, so there's a huge difference, because a lot of people, I don't know if they know that or not. Just give me a second. Okay, because he always, like, his reposts are always like, your ego first, your ego this, your ego that. And I was like, because he never chose me. Whenever I decide to leave, like, okay, I'm done, like, just maybe it wasn't even holding on. He was just like letting me go so easily. Okay. So ego is an inflated sense of self-importance, often driven by pride or need to feel superior. This is toxic. Like, if someone says that their ego is high, run, because it's often hurts the other person, like the second party. But on the other, because he always said that his ego, like, he can't do that because of his ego or something. But for me, it was self-respect, and self-respect is a healthy sense of self-worth, where you value yourself and set boundaries without looking down on others. Clock that. Clock that, motherfucker. He's never gonna watch this video. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm talking to him. Which I'm not. I'm not ever talking to him ever again. I'm not giving him that privilege ever again, because talking to me is a fucking privilege and he did not use that well. And I know it's his loss. I know that. And he knows that. Oh, and he tried to repost that I wasn't even a woman to marry. Like, I'm not that type of woman to marry. So why'd you want to marry me in the first place? Who said that? Who the fuck said that? Oh, or it's because I blocked you, motherfucker. Okay, so sorry guys. I have a lot of anger. Part of you might want to fix what hurts you. And that's normal, but it can be hurtful. And you can have weak spots too. That's the thing. Like, you can have a weak spot. You can love a person so. I don't want to admit this, but I still love him. But I know I would never go back to him. Never in a million. Never talking to him ever again. I just can't help the way that I feel. I walked away, not because I stopped loving him, but because I couldn't do it. He kept hurting me. Every day. Not every day, but every argument. It was bad. It was worse than the other one, than the one before. And you just can't do it. At some point, this is your breaking point. Like, you can't. And you can feel that you want to call them because you remember how, like, you guys were on good terms. But you need to realize that you left for a reason, and it was bad. And what they did is not okay. So, yeah. Hope versus reality. Oh, that one's hard. Your heart hopes that they'll change, apologize, or be who you needed. But in reality, what they said about you, their threats, shows you who they really are. That's so true on so many levels. Can't even describe it. I thought that we would be better for each other. The thing is, I remember the night that we met. Oh, damn. The night that we met, I prayed to God, and I was like, God, please, if he's good, if he's a good person, please let us continue talking, and if he's not, then just let me leave. And I didn't leave all this time because I thought that this was a sign from God that we're gonna get stronger, but no. Sometimes that's what I learned. Sometimes this is, how do I say it? A test from God. To test, I think it was a test. Even I know God has something so much better in store for me. I know it. God is beautiful. It's just, it hurts. Especially when, like, you've known someone for a while and then you take a step back and I'm like, did I even talk to you? Do you even know me? So yeah, but yeah, so bye guys, and I'll do part 3 because it's gonna be interesting, so please go watch part 3 as well. Bye.